Hi everyone, my name is Sophie and luckily I am one of you, a beVisioneer. And I'm more than pleased to share what shared agency means for me and what my project has to do with it. So my project is Cyanovation, and Cyanovation is essentially focusing on responsible recycling. And you might wonder, why responsible recycling? Well, on the slide up there, you see a broken phone. Nothing unusual or extraordinary, just an old broken phone. What to do with it, right? It's the old broken phone of my sister, and gladly she gave it to me. But normally, what do we do with a broken phone? We just throw it away. But then, we have two possibilities. Using it or wasting it. Using it is really hard. If you want to get anything valuable out of this broken phone, you first have to remove the OLED display, the plastic, polymers around it, and so on. And even if you rely on traditional methods like pyro or hydrometallurgical recycling, it takes time. It's costly, and due to the variety of electronic devices, it is very complex. Wasting it seems so much easier. But unfortunately, this problem does not only apply to my sister's phone. Remember the laptop you work on, the TV in your living room, or the phone in your hand? Sooner or later, this broken phone becomes part of a great environmental problem. How to dispose electronic waste. And let us put this problem into perspective. Over 60 million tons of e-waste are generated every year. And the amount is increasing every year. And you may guess how much of it is properly disposed? 22%. Well, okay, it's 22.3%. Much better, right? But the remaining percent may be exported and then simply burned, causing environmental degradation, soil and water contamination, also exposing communities to toxic fumes, causing cancer and other health risks, especially in low and middle income countries, the so-called LMICs. This doesn't sound like shared agency to me. My point here is, it is not just an old phone. It is a great environmental problem. But that is exactly where Cyanovation steps in. Cyanovation is introducing a modular bioreactor system relying on genetically enhanced cyanobacteria. And hopefully this sounds very fancy, but let's break us down together. Our method is relying on cyanobacteria, and you may already know them. They are known as one of the oldest forms of life on Earth, or the green carpets of Algeria on a lake and then cold dead zones. These are cyanobacteria, and we are utilizing different kinds of cyanobacteria to kind of let them eat our broken phone so that we can use the valuable resources within it. So if you're going to ask me what I do, I'm bringing together different kinds of bacteria so that we can reuse our broken phone again. Cyanovation aims at making it easier for electronic manufacturers to use electronic waste instead of just wasting it. But I feel that this perspective to see value where others just see a broken phone is something widely shared among us. We as beVisioneers see value where others just see waste. We see value where others just see a problem they never want to hear about again, right? And this is the spirit of our community, which I highly appreciate. One example I really appreciate to remember, because to be honest, Cyanovation would have remained just an idea without our amazing support, is the Values Museum at the very beginning of our journey with beVisioneers. And essentially, we were bringing something personal with us, whether it's a scarf or a pen or whatever. We shared the memories connected to our personal belongings and collected it in the so-called Values Museum, which you see here. And it remained an inspiration for our ongoing journey, because we collected them for the values we have: integrity, co-creation, sustainability, inclusivity, and the courage to make our change together. And this sounds like value orientation, like purpose, like a shared agency to me. Moving on, I received amazing support from my venture coach, from other fellows sharing ideas and new perspective when I just didn't know what to do, right? And I was also very pleased to share my vision of responsible recycling. But I'm also very grateful for my mentor. Often I found that after a Zoom call, I was thinking days after our initial call about a comment she made or a question she asked me. She was making me able. She was enabling me to make this project, to turn it into a project which can drive a meaningful impact in the e-waste recycling industry. So I want to thank you all for letting me be part of this creative community, and thank you for my mentors.